Okay, yo, what's up, everybody? So the vibe I'm going for today is like a deep techno, like deep minimal 90s techno. And first things first, I'm gonna start with a percussion kit that's like mostly kind of odd, woody perk hits. And the main thing I have in mind for this track is I've been listening to a lot of deep techno lately, and I want to get like a central percussive phrase going that has like a almost like white noise timbre that's like changing pitch and kind of changing the quality of the timbre a bunch. It's hard to describe, but you'll see what I mean. So let's start out with the Sting 64 to just generate some loops. Okay, that sounds good. Let's go ahead and record it to a new percussion track to get it out of Sting 64 land. Delete the Sting 64 out. Set the previous percussion track as the N and record. Okay, so I'm going to start processing this to get the weird timbre effect that I'm going for. So let's go ahead and start with an auto filter. Going to set the filter type to morph. Set the morph up to about 36. Set the resonance up to about 20. Let's change the filter type to a 12 band. I think those are bands. I don't know. And then let's put an LFO on that filter. Set the LFO type to random. Set the percentage to 35 to 70. Set the rate to about 1/4 and bring the smooth up to about 30. And then map it to the frequency. Okay, let's put a compressor on that to pull some of the lower tones out of it. Bring the threshold down to about -20. Bring the output up to about 7. Okay, now let's put a vocoder on that. Let's bring the formant up to about 12. Bring the release up to like 350, 400. Bring the depth up about to 130. And then let's bring the dry wet down to about 50. Let's bring the bands to 40 and enhance it. Cut a little bit of the lows out. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Okay, let's put another compressor on it to squash it a little bit more. Bring the threshold down to about -20. Maybe -24. Okay, sick. Let's get a kick in here. I've got like a rack of kind of minimal vibe kicks in here. I think that kick is good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so let's check the key, if there is a key in here before we make a bass. So I'm just going to grab mixed in key. So it's saying either F or C minor for the percussion. So we'll go with C minor. So then I'm just going to grab an operator for the bass. Keep it a clean signal for now. And then I'm going to put a scale filter in, because I'm going to use a MDD snake on this. C minor, and then let's bust out a snake. Want to change the note range to the lower third-ish and hit random. It's not bad. Let's go ahead and record that to a new audio track and just save it for later. We can try out a couple others, but that one sounded pretty good. Okay, save for letter. And then let's try some more bass lines. Go ahead and record that one too. Okay, that should be enough basses. All right, let's get a hi-hat in here. If I make it nice and short like a hi-hat, then I can open it up later, which is kind of a nice option to have. And this sounds pretty good, I think, with everything else. Maybe I want to try that other bass too. It's got a little bit more flavor. Let's also get a hi-hat in there to thicken it up just a pinch. Okay, so next I'm thinking let's do a pad. I'm going to load in Yuhi Podolsky. It's a pretty good synthesizer. I'm pretty sure it's free too. Has some good pad sounds. Okay, so let's try out like a minor chord. And then I think what's one thing that's happening here is this bass line is in C minor, but it's actually rooted in A sharp. You can see the home note lives on A sharp or B flat. So I'm actually going to try the pad in A sharp. And let's do a seventh. That feels like it fits a little bit more. Then I'm also going to invert it. And then maybe bounce back and forth between an inversion and a root chord. That's cool. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of processing on this. So first let's make a ghost kick track. So I'm just going to copy the kick into my ghost kick channel, which is just a muted kick channel. So I can compress or sidechain compress things to it. I'm going to sidechain compress the pad to the ghost kick. Sidechain, select the ghost kick. And I want to do some EQ on this also. So let's throw an EQ8 in. And I'm just going to record that motion. Okay, let's actually bring that down an octave too. Okay, then let's put a delay on that. Bring the filter up to high pass. Leave it on 3 notes. Let's get a clap in here. Maybe put a little reverb on that. Do a hybrid reverb. High cut the EQ, or low cut the EQ, I mean. All right, let's get some vocals in here. I think I'm going to just try a handful of vocal hits, one shots. Let's get like a whisper or two in here.
Shit.
Don't go.
Okay, then let's get like a really big reverb on these one shots. I'm going to use ROM from Native Instruments. ROM is really good for like massive reverbs. You could also use Valhalla Supermassive or Hybrid if you want. Okay. Okay, then let's put a sidechain compressor on these as well. Sidechain it to the ghost kick. Okay, so let's put a couple chords in to just accentuate some stuff a little bit. I'm gonna pop a drum rack in and then grab a couple chord samples and see how they feel. Let's isolate that. Okay, let's put a little echo on those. Just like a short one. I don't want them to ring out a lot, but just to give it like a little bit of space. We'll do like a 3 low pass filter or high pass filter, I mean. Cut the feedback down to nothing. Dry wet down to 30-ish. I don't know if I like that first one. Let's try this guy instead. Take the lows out. It's an EQ8 just on that sample. Okay. All right. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna call it with this for right now. I'm gonna get in, do an arrangement, and okay, so I went and I done did the arrangement, and I changed a couple things that I didn't feel like were really working. Mainly just the bass. After arranging it, that line just felt a little bit too like bouncy and random. It was feeling a little bit minimal housey, so I made it a little more simple. Dropped it down an octave and added a modulating frequency envelope. So I'll play that for you. Kind of gives it a bit more of a minimal techno feel. Then I just switched up the rhythm a little bit over here, modulated the frequency a little bit higher. That's about it. So yeah, let's hear the whole thing.